Started in 2000, and I was one of the founding directors along with most of the members that are here today. And what we had at that time, you may remember, is an ad valorem tax issue in the state. And what that was preferential tax treatment for airlines that are based here, namely Midwest and Air Wisconsin. And Midwest had threatened that had this legislation not been passed, they were going to leave here. They're going to pull out, put their headquarters down in Kansas City, and we were worried about the jobs that would be lost in Wisconsin. So a lot of us who were here in this room, we met with the executives at Midwest in their conference room and to see how we could go ahead and help them, and we did, and we got the legislation successfully passed, not through just our effort, but through a concerted industry effort. We got it passed, and Midwest is still here today.
Now, I mean, is the WBAA an affiliate with the NBAA, or
we are, yes. Let me talk a little bit about that. There are a variety of regional associations around the country, and one of the things that we sought to accomplish is a strategic alliance with the CAB, Chicago Area Business Aviation Association. They're recognized by NBAA as probably the best organized and financed unit that we have in the country. And NBAA does sanction us, if that's the right word. You know, we get support with them. But where our focus is the state issues. You know, we have...
do you do your own lobbying in the state?
Well, we don't lobby. We talked about that. I'm not a registered lobbyist. That is something that, as the membership grows and the issues get complex, we could talk about. But no, we don't do any lobbying as far as that goes. We can keep independent right now in the way that we discuss things. But we are active in contacting Madison if necessary. Some of the bullet points I got about that is what's going on around us, you know, and you can bet Madison's got their eye on us. Illinois has proposed a luxury tax on aircraft, any aircraft worth more than $500,000. That's every corporate aircraft. Minnesota lost $15 million in their budget for schools and nursing homes. Now, I'm going to be the first to get in line for schools and nursing homes. They got to go and care, but not out of the aviation budget. Find it somewhere else. You got plenty of waste going on out there. Don't take it out of the aviation budget. Iowa lost $3 million of their aviation budget for bike pass and jogging pass. I got real heartburn about that. You know, your priorities are all screwed up there. This is going on around us today, and you know Madison's tuned into it. So when we have issues like this and we stay informed about it, the more logos I got in my back pocket, the more horsepower I can take there, and the more likely they are to listen to me. And that's the bottom line there.
It's going to take a little money up front to be able to make sure that we've got a strong voice, that whether it's in Madison that we're being represented or if it's in Washington, D.C., we do have a voice. We did this where we did a test bed, and this is a model for us at Embraer. I took the Minnesota Business Aviation Association out. We did a statewide membership blitz in November. It was fantastic. We went from Marshall to Austin to Duluth and War Road and every little airport you can think of where there was a flight from. Marvin Windows in War Road, Minnesota is, you know, we spent 2 hours with them. Sat there at the FBO, had a sandwich, and talked about, look, this is what's going on. Really hard to be in War Road, Minnesota and have a feel for what's going on in St. Paul, much less to have a voice. That's what today is all about, is for Wisconsin to be able to say, all right, guys, not only do we recognize what's on the horizon, but the concern is what are we going to do today to be able to affect that horizon's future?
Because we're going to see badging at all your 139 airports. And one of the things is that all tenants are going to be badged. Now, if these people, if you got somebody here in Milwaukee that owns an airplane, a part of an airplane with EJA or whoever they're with, they're theoretically a tenant. Now, how do you badge them and that sort of stuff? And that's one of the things that TSA is talking about right now. It's going to get very interesting.
Business aviation was there a long time before these fractionals came out. Yeah, they're getting a lot of spotlight, they're enjoying some success now. But at the same time, we're the hometown flavor that's been there for a long time. What are you going to do for us? We need some assistance. Can't subsidize everybody else and their brother, we need some help. Because I think, you know, with numbers, you know, we have the voice.
Well, again, good morning, and thanks for joining us here in Sheboygan. My name is Steve Raywinkle, and I'm Executive Director of the Wisconsin Business Aviation Association, better known as WBAA. This is a town hall meeting. Please be free with your questions.
I think all of us here understand that we are probably facing the greatest array of threats against our industry that we have ever seen. I've been in this business for over 30 years, and there are more things, negative factors out there that we are going to be fighting or are fighting or coming down the road that I've never seen before. And when I say our industry, I mean all of us, the FBOs, the airports, the corporate flight departments. It's affecting all of us across the board. And now is a time where we're going to have to be working together if we are going to salvage our industry. I think one of the really unique things about aviation is that most of the people that are working in that industry are there because it's a passion. We love what we're doing. We love being around these airports. We love being around these airplanes. We love the people of aviation. And so there was nobody to speak for aviation at that point in time to help defend our interests. And WBAA is one of those cogs in the wheel that will help do that and can consort with some of the other industries. But for most of you folks in here, you're flying corporate aircraft, and we need to have a voice within the state of Wisconsin to deal with issues as they come up and to better our entity, our lifestyles. So thank you for coming, and I would hope you consider joining the Wisconsin Business Aircraft Association so we can have a stronger voice and we can better our own box.
That we need to stand up today. We don't have tomorrow, it's today. We see flight departments all around us starting to close. That's why Embraer is here. Our idea is that if we support you today, you'll be here tomorrow when we bring new clean sheet airplanes to the marketplace. And that's why we want to make sure we're part of your future. So we ask you, please consider becoming a member.
And this is the part where I ask for the sales pitch. I want you to join WBAA.
If we don't stand up as an industry, and that's why Embraer is supporting this, is we build airplanes for the future. You guys won't be here. We're out of business.
The association dues for the Wisconsin Business Aviation Association come in three categories. We have a business membership, which is a voting membership for $200 a year. We have an associate membership, which is for associations that don't operate business aircraft but have an interest in aviation, and their dues is $100 a year. And we have an individual membership